Welcome to a Care in Mind video written by a former carer in South London. Now, it's been a while since I've done a video blog, but I thought I'd do one for Mental Health Awareness Week, which is actually hosted by the Mental Health Foundation, which is a charity that looks out for the well-being of others, especially on the focus of those suffering severe mental ill health. Now, being that this is Mental Health Awareness Week, it actually takes place from the 18th of May to the 24th of May. And the theme this year is kindness. Now, just as a reminder, the Mental Health Foundation basically works towards the mental health of all of the society. So it's not just for, let's say, service users, but actually for everyone. And believe me, we all can suffer varying levels of mental ill health at any time of our lives. Now, the Mental Health Foundation, as I mentioned before, it does place health and well-being in communities, families, and ourselves, in individuals, to at least live mentally healthier lives, with their focus, of course, being those at greatest risk. So in the year 2020, why is it the theme of kindness this year? Obviously, I suppose the theme was planned on kindness before then, but I would like to say that it does not take long to work out that 2020, the year, has been a particularly unkind year to practically everyone, with many lives around the world being not only affected by the coronavirus, but the devastation it brings to families suffering loss, or those who've lost their jobs, increasing poverty and uncertainty in the future. The theme of kindness has never before been so important. Still, kindness is more than just being kind. There is so much more to it. So what is kindness? Well, to be kind, we must understand what kindness is. Even though society bombards us to be strong, be individualistic, focus on getting ahead, and not having much time for everyone else. But if we all begin to think like this, in what society bombards us with, then it would be not long before people, families, communities begin to ignore each other, and thus we all suffer even more mental low health and well-being, which is what the Mental Health Foundation is against. But the question remains, what is kindness, and why practice kindness? What is in it for me, or for you, or for us as a whole? Well, being kind is a measure of quality, as in the quality of being friendly, being generous, or even considerate to others or ourselves. Kindness should bring people together, as we all have a vested interest on perhaps being happy and being in a state of feeling that we belong. Kindness is also a strength of character and does not show weakness, since its aim is linking with humanity. We do not have to always befriend others, but at least gives opportunity to allow friendship. Kindness can be a form of, as I've mentioned, being generous and considerate with little to no expectation of reward, since a little thank you or smile or some form of sympathy can go a long way, especially when so many of us are suffering in this day and age. Kindness can be a form of love, although it should not be confused as being in love with someone. We practically can practice kindness in choosing others' wants or needs over our own. If one practices kindness, it is like, let's say, a chain reaction, as others learn from our kind acts, and it spreads like a wave that keeps going. All it needs is one person to perform that kind act, and that kind act can cause a ripple effect that affects the entire community. Thus, we are learning from each other. Kindness is not always simple or automatic, as it does take practice to understand and feel it. My personal view is that education, especially in schools, should try to induce the ideal of kindness and avoid too much focus on religion, as sometimes religion can be unkind. And sometimes I'd say religion can focus on the hereafter, while kindness asks, what can we do within the realms of now, within the realms of humanity? Not that I've got anything against religion, but I do feel we need a healthy balance. Now, kindness can also be a form of respect, and as I mentioned, helping others without waiting for someone to help us back. Kindness is not about being weak. It is about strength to give and not needing to take all of the time because we feel that we have nothing and we need to take to protect our ego or protect ourselves or our character. Kindness is a strength that we can give. But you can give even if you feel you are weak. So, okay, we've looked at the ideal and perhaps the philosophy of kindness, not in depth, but it gives a little taste of what kindness is. What does it look like? How can one practice kindness? So being kind can be so many things, but to practice kindness in a world that we are to become socially distant, to be safe, it's not always easy. So I'm going to give you a few examples that I've saw along the Mental Health Foundation site. And some good examples is to have arrange a cup of tea virtually through video conferencing, or even just call a friend or family or someone you've not spoken to a long time just to see if they're okay. You can actually practice kindness by telling a family member how much you love them and appreciate them, because you can never know in this day and age when someone becomes unwell and you might unfortunately not see them again. Other forms of kindness, other examples would be to tell someone that you are proud of them and tell others that you're thankful for them. You can send a motivational text to a friend who is struggling, who have lost their job or suffering through poverty, or even send a motivational text to a work colleague. It doesn't always have to be the family or community. Kindness can be practiced at work, even though to others it might seem strange. You can even send a joke to cheer someone up, or send someone a nice kind picture to get them focusing on their well-being and their mental health. Or send an inspirational quote. You can tweet an inspirational quote for Mental Health Awareness Week, and so on. My final word on this is, if you struggle to be kind to others, then at least be kind to yourself. And, that is a whole nother video blog for another day. All I want to say is kindness matters. So on the last day of Mental Health Awareness Week 2020, be kind. Thank you for watching.